Well, good evening and welcome again to the UMAC. That is the Union Multipurpose Activity Center, where tonight the Union Red Hawks will take on the Enid Pacers/Plainsmen. I'm Rick Corey along with Nick Irwin. We'll explain that and include a couple of other things here coming up. Let's go back, though, to last game. Nick and I were with you last week when Northwest Classen came calling, and this girls' team played extremely well, won easily going away, kept their focus pretty much. But we saw a couple of new names. Give me some things that impressed you last time out.
I know with last rotation, it was basically a whole new team every time out or every stoppage of possession. So you were seeing a new face or a new name in most of those kind of the lineups. And so it's kind of different to have that outlook when you're playing throughout the season, because most of the time you're going to have a solid five and then maybe a couple rotations here and there. But early in the season, we're able to see some really strong names that are coming out that really kind of sets the tone for those later games when you're playing those higher Owasso, Broken Arrows. And so it's very important so that tonight we get a little bit more of a tougher matchup against Enid, but those names that you really want to see is, I feel like with the Davis sisters, they're really kind of solidifying their role in this lineup, because a lot of the time when they got rotated out in those substitutions, they were the solid ones that stayed out there.
Yeah, right. And Whitney Smith is, of course, another name you remember from last year. She was very solid as well, but we saw some new names like Demoya Gator, who took over in a starting position, brought a little extra height around 5'7", and I thought did some very nice things.
Yeah, in that first couple possessions, she came out with like the first 7 points for us, and so we were able to kind of see how she acts, taking point, leading the offense, and making sure that those passing lanes are being open, because she can drive it, she can put herself down low, and she can find her other partners down low. And so for those other names that we're also looking like, we've seen McSwain, who's been obviously coming off the bench a lot, and she's definitely being that more defensive factor, but we saw her usually fall down enough times because she's trying to look for those fouls. So with most of those players that we saw from last week, I think for this week we might not see a full rotation as much, depending on how this lead is.
Kamari Lomack is another name to listen for here tonight. Another question is the difference between Jasmine Herron running things at point as opposed to McSwain. Last year, those two teams on the team as well, but McSwain really was the key player down the stretch for that girls' team. Now, there were other very good players, but she keyed a lot of things, and especially defensively. How different is this team with Jasmine Herron out there?
When I think it's a little bit more consistent. I know with McSwain, that's where Coach Barry really needs to see more of an anchor, someone that he can rely on. But there's a lot of possessions that he's having conversations with her, was trying to say, hey, this is what the better outlook right here, or this was the better pass. This was something that you probably should not have done. So I think with Jasmine Herring, she's going to be able to kind of anchor down and be more consistent for Coach, compared to McSwain, who might have a higher peak and maybe get those and ones that we want.
Yeah, McSwain does have a little swagger. There's no doubt about that, and sometimes last year that was really a big deal. Now, I mentioned Pacers-Plainsmen. Well, Enid's the Plainsmen, and this is a girls' basketball team. So rather than go with Plainswomen or Plainspeople or whatever, they went with Pacers for the women's name. So if you were raised in my era when you played against Enid, they were the Plainsmen no matter what. Nowadays, that is not the case, and that's why you will hear them referred to as Pacers from time to time. They come into this game off of several losses, including losing to Union earlier this year in a big way, 75-41, back on December the 7th. Their last time out, they were whipped pretty good by Owasso, and they've had a struggle. There's no question about that. They are just 1-6 in district play and 2-9 overall. So I think tonight, once again, kind of like we talked about last week, it needs to be more about Union.
Yeah, and with the couple of games that we've had so far, it seems like Union has been kind of just able to coast throughout the first half into the second half. While Union is preparing for later in the season, we're hoping to really see a more consistent start and be able to have names that can maybe be more solid throughout the season.
That's one of the things they'll be working on tonight. Another thing to keep an eye on is when those Davis twins are not there, it's been people like Yana Edwards and Maya Richardson, some of those who have been kind of giving that kind of beef on the inside, if you will. Those will be names to watch for tonight as well, because as much as the Davis twins did not get in a lot of foul trouble last year, you do know there will be a time that will happen, and so you'll want to watch for those as well. So we'll get to the starting lineups and our national anthem here in just a few moments, and then we'll get this game underway. Of course, it'll be followed by the boys' game, which should be, once again, a little more competitive than last time out against a Northwest Classen team that just struggled, just really the entire basketball game. Everyone finding their places now, and we will get ready for our national anthem as well as our introduction of players from our PA.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the John Q. Adams Arena on the campus of Union High School for tonight's 6A District 4 matchup
Our national anthem by kids from Moore Elementary School, just up the street here. Now to our introductions.
A senior, number 11, Alexandria Christoph. A sophomore, number 20, Addie Yates. A sophomore, number 22, Amaya Odom. A sophomore, number 23, Amariana Solomon. And a junior, number 32, Annabelle Miller. Head coach of the Pacers is Ali Singh. And now for the starting lineup for your Union Redhawks. At 5'9", a junior, number 0, Damoya Gator. At 5'3", a junior, number 3, Jasmine Heron. At 6'2", a sophomore, number 5, Micah Davis. At 5'8", a senior, number 10, Whitney Smith. And at 6'2", a sophomore, number 12, Jada Davis. Head coach for the Redhawks is Josh Berry, assisted by Joe Davis, Amani Davis, Trey Osborne, and Jada Ford.
So there are our starting lineups, and we will be underway here just a moment at the Union Multi-Purpose Activity Center. Rick Corey, along with Nick Irwin, Andy Irwin, and the Union Sports Network crew. You'll be able to catch us several times this year, and then, of course, other streams here on the Union Sports Network. You will find almost every sport and other things along the way. And I look across the way, I see Rudy Garcia still stopping by the basketball arena to sit and have himself a view. He's obviously getting a handshake from one of the officials here as well. And the reason the official can do that is he knows Rudy won't be in his ear.
Yeah, most of the time it's a different relationship when the calls are not something that has to be something to worry about. So Coach Garcia watching this game. He'll probably stay and watch the boys game as well. I think I saw Mo Garcia, who I graduated with in 2018. Him and his wife Juliette Roy and their son. They were out here watching the game last week as well. So it was a whole family affair. It can bring out the whole family.
And we actually noticed, as opposed to last week, Klassen didn't bring a lot of folks. Looks like there's easily half a dozen to, there are a dozen or more over there from Enid who've made the drive. So thanks to those folks, because that's one of those drives. It really isn't that far, but it sure feels like there's no way to get there from here. All right, we're ready to get underway. Micah Davis will tap it back to Jasmine Heron, and here we go. Union basketball underneath quickly, but that's too high for Gator, a little bit too strong. And that's a turnover. It goes back to the Pacers.
Might have seemed like a play that was going to happen from the get-go. We knew where we were going to go, but just went a little too fast.
Pressure early here from the Redhawks.
Done all season.
Not a problem getting it across, but it is stolen. Whitney Smith on the steal. Down court, left hand is up and in. Whitney Smith all the way down court and in, and it's 2-0 Redhawks. Ball tapped back out of bounds as Union continues with pressure.
We kind of just do the full court press until they show us that they can break it. I know that this inbound has been difficult to do, but
Solomon gets it across the half-court line, though. Picks up her dribble in the corner, and that's never good. Whitney knocks it away. It is back to Gator. Gator goes left side to Davis, and she won't take the shot. Now back to Gator, and she will from the corner, and it's going to be in and out. Rebound goes to Enid. That one taken down by Miller. And the Pacers have the basketball. Almost stolen away. Miller's going to have to hurry to get across. She does, just barely kept control of it. Picked up her dribble pretty early too, but gets it off to Odom, or pardon me, that was Solomon. That ball knocked out of bounds. It will be to Union. So a little bit helter-skelter early on here for Enid.
Yeah, it seems like it's a little bit for both right now. We're just kind of going very quick and very fast, so just trying to maybe slow it down, but we're still moving quick.
Quickly down court to Whitney. Whitney gets to the inside and has fouled. I think they're going to give to Solomon.
I think they went to Chris up on
Actually
that
went to Christmas. There we go. Thought that was right. It didn't sound like the right thing as Whitney will step in. She has 2 already tonight. See if she can add to it. Rolls that one in, so that's a good 3. Whitney Smith, number 10, starter last year, 5'8". Can almost always tell by that long ponytail. One more shot. No trouble there. She has the first 4. Union leads 4-0. Down court quickly this time. Chrisop passes it back quickly, though, to Solomon. And Enid will sit and go again.
Aaron trying to stay on her man at the high part of the court.
Miller looks a little confused out there. Got it back quickly to Solomon. Right now, not a lot of interior movement, though, from Enid, and another attempt at a steal by Whitney. Did not get it. They'll go inside, and Davis steals that one away. Micah down Fort. Goes to Jasmine Herron. Herron puts it up. That can't go, and Enid with the rebound. Miller comes out of there. Excellent chance, and not a bad shot. Just did not go. Solomon. Back up court quickly. Miller will stop and shoot. And knocks that down from 3. Annabelle Miller makes it a 1-point game, 4-3, as Enid got themselves a little offensive flow.
It seemed like that 3 was kind of happened out of nowhere.
Cross court to Herron. She's got a lot of room, and that's up and in. Great vision there by Jada Davis with the cross court pass, and it's 6-3. Cross court now comes Solomon. She drives it all the way inside. That's an excellent shot by Solomon, knocked away. Rebound goes to Gator, and she gets down court quickly to Davis. She lays it up and in. Micah Davis is on the board. Union extends the lead to 8-3. And a timeout call by Coach Ali Singh from Enid. Felt that kind of getting away from her just a little bit there.
Yeah, it seemed like that 3-pointer from Enid kind of came out of nowhere. We kind of overcommitted on the half-court press, and when we overcommitted, we had 3 girls right at the center court, and then the 3-ball just kind of came out of nowhere from Annabelle Miller. The 3-ball kind of surprised us because they had players open down low, took the 3-ball instead, so I felt like on that last fast break from Union, it seemed like they kind of were lazy getting back from the Pacers, so we find an easy layup.
I think at this point, Coach Singh, more than anything, just wanted to calm her team a little bit. Union wants to speed them up. And if you allow that, if you're Enid, you play right into their hands. And obviously, she'd like them to slow this down a little bit. But getting it ball in bounds, it's not been easy. Solomon has been their best dribbler, and she is the out-of-bounds passer. So she'll have to get the ball in and get quickly open.
Most of the teams that we play against, they never run the baseline. They can always do that to try to, to their advantage.
And they don't. Miller with the basketball again, maybe emboldened by that last shot. Spins, got it up somehow. It's no good. Ball still on the floor. Enid gets it back. Miller gets it down underneath, but a really nice job right there. Odom tried to go up, and as soon as she did, Micah Davis was there with those big long arms, and Odom really did not know what to do. Ended up getting pushed and a foul called, and so Enid will have it out of bounds, but that was a good defensive play. 8-3 with 4:59 to go here in this first period. The officials stopped play again for some reason.
I think they were trying to log the correct foul, and so they hadn't got the number correctly.
Enid struggling to get the ball in bounds. They're going to have to hurry. It is thrown away. Whitney Smith gets the steal, and then Gator takes it away. Here comes Demoya Gator all the way down court. Left hand, up and in. That's great control with that left hand, and it's 10-3.
It was tough because she was moving so quick down the court. Still able to finish with the left. Well done, Gator.
Solomon bounced that one off Jada Davis out of bounds. And Enid will bring in number 33, Kalia Collins. Now she will take the place of Solomon, who's been really the only typical person to be able to get it up. Oh, no, sorry. She took Odom's place. Miss Solomon tends to be the one who can drive the basketball. Here she comes with that left hand. Nothing doing, so back out front to Chrisup. A lot of standing right now for Enid. They better move. They will. Miller will take the ball again, and here she comes. Miller pulls up, shoots, well short. Rebound by Jada Davis, and here goes. Micah. Oh, she had an opportunity right there. Almost dribbled it off her leg. They'll go out front to Whitney Smith and try to reset the offense.
Zone defense here from Enid.
One quick step, but no shot. Wholesale substitutions coming for Union here in a moment. Inside to Gator. Nice shot inside, or nice pass. Gator not able to make the left arm go, and Miller has the rebound. Gator tried to kind of back up that over her head. It just bounced off the rim. Miller wants to shoot it again. Here she goes. Spins, turns. Nope, nothing doing. To Chrisup, and now back to Solomon. And she tried to go back to Chrisup, who was cutting inside. Did not look, and it sails out of bounds. Red Hawk basketball. And here comes a little bit of everybody coming into the game. Lomack, Daniels, McSwain, and India Highshaw. They're the only remaining, if you will, starter out there at this point. Well, there's not one. They replaced everybody. Yeah, Yana Edwards also came in. I had missed her. So a brand new Union lineup, and McSwain will take one from three. It is no good, but is knocked out of bounds by Yana Edwards. Went up nicely and tapped it away from Collins, but it is out of bounds with the Red Hawks. It'll be Enid basketball.
Looks like the game plan didn't change very much from last week, being able to just substitute the entire starting lineup. So,
and it's 10-3. Let's see how that goes. Here comes the drive by Enid. A foul will be called. That was Solomon, who I thought was a little out of control, but they will call a foul on McSwain, and it will send Enid to the line. McSwain must have been moving more than I thought, Nick, because that was pretty out of control offensively.
Yeah, might have been a little bit of bailout, but McSwain is pretty. It's pretty common for McSwain to have a foul because she usually wants to put her body on the line to take a charge.
Mariani Solomon knocks down the first. Second will come off the rim, and the rebound comes out of there to Highshaw. And here come the Red Hawks.
I'd really like to see Highshaw using her height down in the paint now.
Back out front, McSwain. Oh, if he wanted to go inside there, just kind of missed it. Daniels backs it up. Now to Gator. Pardon me, Lomack. Inside to McSwain. She's kind of stuck in there. Wanted to get it down inside. Lomack had an opportunity for a second, but they missed her. McSwain now to Lomack, and she'll take the three. Lomack knocks it down. Lomack never hesitated. Number one just got three. 13-4 Red Hawks.
It's a really good lefty shot from Lomack. Really like to see her shoot the ball a little bit more.
Solomon again way out front, being chased. She'll dribble in, take her shot. Off the back of the rim, no good. That was almost palm rebounded in there by Highshaw. Could not quite hang on to it, but it bounced out of bounds off Enid. And the Red Hawks will have it. Boy, that was nearly very impressive with big old hands there for Highshaw.
Yeah, and with the height advantage she has right now over all the Pacers, seems like she can get some really good points and rebounds down low.
Highshaw and Miller are not terribly different in size, but Highshaw's got a little bit of, I guess, movement down there. She'll move that body around a little bit. Nice job by Solomon once again to get it across. Chrisup will go back out front, and Miller, who's been very aggressive with the basketball. Over in the corner, Miller's got it down low, and here she comes. Miller puts it up. That's a really nice play by Miller.
Attacked Yane right there.
Annabelle Miller, yeah, went right at her, and Edwards is a little bit thicker, and she still went right at her and able to get it to go down, 13-6.
Miller doesn't really question what she's going to do. She really knows what she's going to do each time.
Nope. She looks incredibly confident. And nice inside pass. Tried to get it to Daniels, and it was just a little off the mark. Highshaw had the right idea. Looked like it got tapped, and then Daniels tapped it out of bounds. So it's ball to Enid.
Another good hold here for the Pacers, being able to limit any scoring opportunities for Union within this last 60 seconds. If they can get another couple buckets and a stop, it's going to be a closer game.
Still obviously pretty close as of right now. Miller had the great opportunity, missed it. Ball comes off, and it is rebounded out there by Collins, who put it up, but she was fouled. So Enid will have a chance to get closer without the clock moving.
And another offensive rebound for the Pacers. It seems like Union has some butter on their hands because everything we're trying to grab is just completely slipping out of our hands, or we're fighting against our own teammates.
Collins with the first shot, and that was as pretty as it gets right there. Perfect rotation, and she knocks it down. Now 13-7 as she scores her first point of the game. Clea Collins with one more shot. That one will come off the rebound, and again, was knocked out of there by Highshaw, but it's going to be a jump ball underneath. Highshaw couldn't control it. Miller, who got as scrappy as can be, got down on the floor along with Edwards, and those two tied it up. So the Pacers will inbound this thing.
Another opportunity here.
Trailing by 6. They go back quickly to Solomon. She turns inside, puts it up. That comes off the board. It is rebounded by McSwain.
There we go.
Here comes Isabella. She's got Lomack out there. Isabella puts it up, and she knows she's going to get fouled. That's going to fall off, though, and she will go to the line. And, Nick, I like her idea. Yes, you had somebody down there in Lomack, but you knew you were going to get fouled, so you might as well go ahead and put the thing up. And unfortunately, they didn't call it a shooting foul.
Yeah, Solomon went really quick to defend it, so she was able to defend a quick transitional shot.
Quick three in there is off by Lomack, but the rebound in there, and that's a really nice putback by Edwards, but she came up short, and they foul again, does Union. And that is foul number 4 on the Redhawks. Just trying to get out of this quarter right now,
Yeah.
13-7, and there's still 27.5 seconds to go.
That was a perfect description of trying to get out of this.
Solomon and Miller, the two best players thus far for Enid, will exchange it out front. Now Solomon will look for some help. That ball is tipped and knocked out of bounds. It's a nice job in there by Daniels. Good hands. 13.1 seconds, and the Pacers will obviously try to play for the last shot. Try to go inside. It is turned over. Highshaw with the basketball.
Gonna go quick.
Forward to Yane. McSwain is going to try to close it out. Oh, and she gets it off the rebound and off the rim. Might be one more chance here for Enid.
The horn did not go
Pulls
off.
up. The horn did go off right there just as it was being put up by Yates. And they're going to say that is the end of the first period. So not the prettiest of periods. At times, very good solid play for Union, but at times, not so much. We'll be back in just a moment with the second quarter. It is Union 13, Enid 7 here on the Union Sports Network. So we're about to begin the second period here at Union. Rick Corey along with Nick Irwin, as long as, of course, Andy Irwin as well, and the Union Sports Network crew. Union leading 13-7 over Enid in what I will call somewhat of a disjointed first period. What do you want to see change here, Nick, in the second?
Well, it looks like for right now, the starting lineup for the second quarter is going to be kind of the same rotation that we had ending the first quarter. So what I need to see is a lot cleaner quarter from the second team, because right now it seems like we are very discombobulated. We aren't looking for the pass. We aren't looking for the easy buckets. We're trying to make these very strong scoring opportunities.
Enid in a zone defense. So Union will have to get the ball inside and also have to strike from some of the wings. They'll try that right there. There's the move inside by Edwards. Now nowhere to go, as she'll go back out to Lomack. Lomack into the corner. McSwain trying to get it inside. There she goes. Nice little bounce pass. Ball was knocked around in there by Richardson. She knocks it outside.
Same team.
Here we go once again. Richardson with a rebound. Back to McSwain. McSwain spins. She's going to get trapped. Ball taken away by Miller. Another possession, just like you talked about, Nick, is you kind of saw what they wanted to do, but they just got impatient.
Got impatient. Even on the offensive rebound, we're fighting over our same teammates.
Solomon gets it down inside to Miller. Back to Solomon. Those two can cause some trouble. Chrisup was stuck there for a moment. Got to Miller. Here she comes. Miller up with the basketball and is fouled. Give Miller credit. She knew Richardson was on her left shoulder. She drove her inside, got into good position, and then got fouled, so she'll go to the line. And tonight, no question, Annabelle Miller's been one of the two best players out there.
Yeah, and she's also able to use her body well to be able to cause that foul. Seems like Union isn't as disciplined on the defensive side to pull back in the final moments. They're still lurking over the defender, as the defender, and so referee's going to call a foul every time.
That is 6 now for Miller. She'll try to make it 7. And she does with no trouble. 7 points for Annabelle Miller, only 9 for Enid. That's how this has gone, as Union's lead now is just 4. Daniels out front now, left side. Way outside, McSwain. Right now, Union just not able to break that zone defense with that interior, that short interior inside that wing pass. Got to set screens. There has to be movement, and right now it's a little sluggish. 3-point attempt goes way off in there by Daniels, but fortunately rebound.
Nice.
Easily to McSwain, and a nice little inside move by Edwards. Union's first points in quite a while, now leading 15-9.
Scoring lane opened up and movement was happening.
It's good defense right there by Lomack, following her way outside. Miller stuck once again way outside. Yates is as well.
Nice.
Yates picked that dribble up, and she'll have to get it back to Solomon, or she'll be in trouble. Here comes Solomon. Nice cutoff there by McSwain. They'll go inside. McSwain tried to block her with body, could not, but she gets the rebound after the miss. McSwain on the break. Goes to Lomack. Lomack can't quite get it to go down, and the rebound comes out of there to Yates. And here comes that first team back to the table as Solomon takes it all the way inside, misses, but a nice rebound on the inside, but a miss in there by Collins. Collins had just missed the last short shot. McSwain pulls up, no good, and Miller with the rebound.
Had Richardson on the cut with her.
And turned that down, and Enid, I think right there, saved Union's bacon a little by calling that timeout. Coach really wanted, Josh Berry really wanted his first teamers back in there, but he was trying to wait for a natural break and wasn't going to do it. And it looked like Enid had numbers, and that's when Ali Singh got a little disappointed and called timeout. I think she just gave Union a big advantage.
Yeah, and it's interesting for a coach to be able to see, a group of 5 subs come up to the table and check in, and for them to call a timeout. Maybe coach sees it as an opportunity to refocus the girls to be able to focus on a certain play right now. But right now, being down 6 points are the Pacers. One set play could really change that. But now Union is going to have their starting lineup coming back in. That's going to be Gator, Heron, the Davis twins, and Smith.
And they didn't have the cleanest end to the first period, to their part of the first period either. So I think Coach Berry would like to see them settle down as well. As we said to begin this game, this is a team that Union has already beaten handily once. Well, that kind of sticks in your head, and what you want as a coach is to make sure that you're playing yourself, not necessarily the opponent, because you don't want to play down. So let's see if this group will pick it up here a little bit.
Which I don't think the B team had a full court press. I think the Pacers were able to take it down the court. So I think now with this kind of triangle, maybe a 1-2-2 full court press.
Solomon does get it down to Yates. Yates will go back to Solomon, and Union's going to chase her all over the place. Solomon is way out near the midcourt line, as you can see. Now to Yates and to Miller. Miller wanted the back cut, could not get it done. Chrisup is over there as though she wants to take that back cut, but she's going to be in the trees if she does. So very extended defense here by Union. Now Miller is going to drive. She turns, nowhere to go. Chrisup, again, stuck. Now they go inside.
Pass.
Nice little backdoor pass, but that ball would not fall in there for Solomon. Union quickly on the break. Gator quickly with the left hand, and that's a beautiful layup after a wonderful pass. Union extends the lead, 17-9.
Starting lineup just proved why they're the starting lineup. Great defense. Had a good pass from the Pacers. Now we got the trap here, and coach calls a timeout.
She knew exactly as soon as that ball was picked up that was that. You never, ever, ever pick up your dribble in the corner, especially when you're being double teamed. And that's, I think, a teachable moment right there. So the quick timeout with 4:11 to go, and Union up 17-9. It's not as though, Nick, that it felt like the game was going to get away from Union. It was more you just felt like if you didn't correct it then, you might play that way the whole game, and that is not how you want to go off in the next week.
No, you do not want to leave that kind of bad taste in your mouth. I also feel like coach really wanted to kind of put it in the B team's hands to see if they can kind of step up and kind of get away from the Pacers to be able to say, hey, starting lineup, we got you a good lead. Let's go out there and play some hard ball. But it seemed like that kind of got a little closer and closer.
You know, Enid only brought 8 players. And considering right now the kind of contributions of Solomon and Miller, Yates and Chrisop, you got to think they're going to get tired too, especially with this Union rotation. Miller has the inbound, and here she goes. Miller driving as though she knows exactly what she wants. She went right to the hole, had it taken away though, and it was Gator. Gator to Whitney Smith. Whitney, right hand, is fouled. They're going to call that on Chrisop, and Chrisop thought she got ball, but you could hear the skin all the way up here. So I think we are fairly certain that that's a foul, and Whitney Smith will go to the line. Whitney has 4 on the night already. Had Union's first 4. Now she'll give them point 18 and possibly 19.
Looks like they're still going to be doing full court press after the free throw.
Second free throw for Whitney Smith. Looks just as good, and it is. So Whitney now with 6 points as Union's lead extends to 19-9.
Looks like this is going to be called diamond for
Solomon tries to come forward. She'll go across court. Yates back to Solomon, who's going to go way across to Chrisop. Now they go inside to Miller. Had her out there. Miller dropped the basketball, though. Solomon launches from 3. No good. Rebound. Comes out of there. A really nice job by Jasmine Herron. Here she comes. Jasmine quickly. Whitney Smith, corner 3. Can't get it to go. Solomon with the rebound. Pardon me, that wasn't Solomon. That was Odom with the rebound, but she got it out of there quickly because almost had it stolen. Once again to Miller. She picks up the dribble, goes down inside. That's Odom. Odom was stuffed there by Herron. Now another block, this one by Gator, and Whitney Smith was able to go recover it. And that's going to be Enid's basketball, but you talk about athletic. My goodness, what Gator just did to recover that.
She had to really sprint after that ball to try to keep it in. I think her foot hit the line, and that's why Enid still has possession.
Yates turns, puts up a decent shot, but it won't go. Rebound underneath by Miller. Back out to Solomon. Solomon's shot won't go. And once again, Gator with a rebound.
2 hands
out
on these
quickly
rebounds.
To hit to Smith, and that is knocked out of bounds by Solomon. Gator rebounded that and then made that pass without ever touching it with her other hand.
I know Coach Barry is seeing these opportunities for rebounds. Union has gotten a hand on almost every board, but it just slips out of their hands.
Inside to Davis. She puts it up and knocks it down and is fouled. Micah Davis will go to the line off the fantastic feed. I believe they came from Whitney Smith, and it'll be an and one opportunity for Davis. Davis with 4 as the lead goes now to 21-9. And Kalia Collins will check in, take the place of Chrisop for Enid. Micah sets. That one will not go. So she will remain right now at 6 points. And the lead remaining at 21-9. Back quickly to Solomon, and she'll be trapped if she doesn't hurry. Got it to Miller. They'll go right side. Miller tried to take it from Solomon right there after Yates' pass. And Enid will back it up. Pacers trail 21-9.
Active hands right now for Union.
Miller looks like she wants to drive, will not. Has it knocked away. Solomon Gets inside, throws up a little
Wow.
left-hander, and it went. Give Solomon credit. She was in there with the tree. She didn't care. Quick outlet pass. Here comes Whitney Smith. Ball blocked out of bounds, and it will remain with the Redhawks. That's a good block. I did not see who got the block, but it was Collins who gathered it in and stepped out of bounds. So Jada Davis will inbound it to Micah. Union will back it up. Back to Jada. Corner. Heron. Three-pointer. Just off the mark. Whitney Smith with the rebound. Whitney back out to Davis. Heron has another three, won't take it. Whitney will, though, and here he go. Knocked it down. Whitney Smith now with 9 as Union's lead goes to 24-11.
The rotation of the ball there to be able to find the open girl. Three-pointer.
Minute 40 and counting. Inside again to Miller. Oh, she's got some room. Solomon drives. She'll throw it up again. No good. Rebound
Nice
underneath
Gator.
by Gator. She's got 4 or 5. Gator way down court to Whitney Smith. Inside to Heron. Ball knocked away by Enid, but it will be Union's basketball. That's the second in a row, Nick. Fantastic passes, but then you got to give credit to Enid for great hands and knocking the ball out of bounds.
Yeah, recovering really quickly when they're kind of already burned in the first couple passes, but then they're able to find that last-second hand or last-second defensive effort to be able to knock the ball either out of play or off of one of their players.
So Union, with a minute 21, has no hurry. Almost thrown away, but Whitney Smith saved it. Davis will pump it up from 3, and that one will go off the back of the rim. Whitney with the rebound. Goes
Nice
inside
pass.
to Davis. Great little pass, and that's 2 more for Micah Davis. What a beautiful pass in there by, or pardon me, Jada Davis, by Whitney Smith, and it's now 26-11.
I think she used the pump fake as the opportunity to play the pass to Davis down low.
First 2 points for Jada Davis. Solomon all over the place. Miller gets down low. That ball goes up and off the backboard by Collins, and a foul is called. That's a good back cut by Enid. They are, at least from a standpoint of trying to run an offense staying in this game, they're not able to often because Union's press, but that was an excellent chance at a back cut.
I think when we had Collins on that back cut, we were kind of letting her be over there on her own island. But then when Davis rotates over there, we don't really need to play the foul. We can just stay down, stay clean. We don't need a foul. If they're going to score a bucket over us, I would rather them score a bucket, but all these little petty fouls on shots that probably won't be going down.
Yeah, don't let them score with the clock not moving, as we've always said. Whitney Smith quickly up court. Whitney looks at it, but with 34 seconds, she's going to pass that up. Heron will come back out front. Instead, Gator will have it. Now to Jasmine. Whitney again, and this time she will take it. Jacks it up, no good. Ball's going to come down in the hands of Collins. And one more chance for Enid. Here comes Solomon. She'll go all the way to the hole. Solomon just stuck it on the rim. That'll be a jump ball. And Solomon really just wanted to get that ball up at all costs, and she did, and it stayed.
Yeah, nice. Referee was able to get up there and knock that ball out.
Something tells me he's done that before.
It was funny, Coach Barry and all the girls on the bench were looking around and saying, we don't have a ball to go get that. I think that's when referee knew he was going to do it.
Yeah, I think that's old hat for him. 15 seconds to go. Enid will inbounds. They get it inbound. Quickly to Miller and back to Solomon. And the two-person game should begin again. Going to have to hurry. Solomon's going to have to pretty much just jack it. Now Miller has it. Miller drives. Miller puts it up. No whistle. And that will end the half. And give a lot of credit right there to Jada Davis. She just went straight up with the arms, did not allow the foul to be called, and that'll do it. So at the half, Union leads by a score of 26-11. Rick Corey, along with Nick Irwin, Andy Irwin, and the Union Sports Network crew. We'll come back and give you a little bit of the halftime stats in a few minutes and get the second half underway. Remember, the boys' game comes up as well here just a little later tonight on the Union Sports Network.
Does your school or organization need athletic apparel or spirit wear? Let me suggest Inkwell, a Tulsa-based company that can get you the quality you deserve at unheard of and unmatched lead times. Talking 2 weeks or less, not 2 months like most others, and can do it as much as 60% less than most of the big guys out there. So join the likes of Sand Springs, Union, Broken Arrow, Jinx, Oolaga, and Glenpool, to name a few, and get your customized sublimated uniforms, including Under Armour, Nike, or Adidas at inkwellnation.com.
Life doesn't wait for you to slow down. When you're moving fast and something doesn't feel right, Advanced Orthopedics of Oklahoma is here to help you stay in motion. Through our combined expertise in orthopedic surgery, non-surgical medicine, and comprehensive whole patient treatment, our team has your back and every other joint too. Ready to get back out there? Visit AOOK.com and let's move forward together. Advanced Orthopedics of Oklahoma. Heal, recover, advance.
When summer heats up and your AC isn't working right, be cautious of being pressured into a replacement.
It's always a good idea to get a second opinion, and Airco will let you know if your AC is worth fixing.
So call Airco today for a free second opinion.
The right way to top a sub is with real red wine vinegar made from red grapes and no food coloring. And the right way to film it is in slow motion. Obviously. Because authentic ingredients make a sub above.
Shields is now open at the Woodland Hills Mall in Tulsa, and we can't thank you enough for the warm welcome. Whether you love the great outdoors, sports, or fashion, Shields has something for everyone. Our passionate and knowledgeable Shields experts are excited to welcome you to explore thousands of brands and premium products. From our golf simulator, service shop, archery lanes, and more, we're ready to get you fitted with the best gear for you. We can't wait to see you at Shields.
Hey Union fans, score big with TTCU Federal Credit Union School Pride Card. Each time you use your card, we donate to Union Public Schools, adding to the $2.5 million we've given statewide. TTCU, where members are raving fans.
Select Commercial Group, a part of Coldwell Banker Select, is a highly reputable and professional firm specializing in commercial real estate services. David Roberts heads up the group with over 40 years of management experience and over 20 years in the real estate market. Sarah Bergeson, Scott Jobe, Jason Smith, Amy Bauman are skilled professionals that are poised to help you achieve your goals. Select Commercial Group treats their clients like family. With a wealth of experience and expertise in the industry, they are dedicated to providing exceptional services to clients seeking commercial real estate solutions. Whether you are looking to buy, sell, lease, or invest in commercial properties, their expertise covers various sectors, including office spaces, retail properties, industrial facilities, and more. Select Commercial Group is the go-to partner for all your commercial real estate needs. Call 918-695-6979 or 918-394-0700, a sponsor of the Union Red Hawks. Including
Welcome back inside the Union Multipurpose Activity Center here on the campus of Union High School. Rick Corey along with Nick Irwin. We've got Andy and the crew here with us as well. Union tonight taking on the Enid Pacers on the women's side, the Enid Plainsmen on the boys' side. We're at halftime of the girls' game, 26-11. Union leads. And Nick, we saw the first team get out very quickly. We saw the second group of the second five come in and start okay, but get very ragged very quickly. That first five came back in late in that second period and really started to pull away again. You talked about consistency and slowing the game down. Union wants Enid to play fast, but when they play fast, they have to be more controlled.
Yeah, and it seems like a lot of the times when we're having that kind of full court press, when we're able to kind of limit all those passes very quickly for the Pacers, it seems like that doesn't mean that we're not going to play fast on our end. But if we're going to be playing fast and our passes are just going to be knocked out of bounds or going to go out of bounds or they're not as clean, maybe we might need to slow it down a little bit more to be able to find that open lane. But right now, it looks like the Pacers are kind of going in and out between man and zone. So I think they're kind of inviting that three ball. And so with most of our players, they want to put that three ball up or at least try to jack it up. And for most of these girls, they can hit it. And so we saw a couple of shots from Whitney Smith and Gator. But for right now, it seems like our starting five are going to be out there from the second half, and we'll be able to maybe extend this lead even more.
Explain when somebody is in a zone like Enid, where you're trying to attack, where you're trying to get the ball.
Yeah, when the Pacers are in a kind of a zone, we need to be able to see our big girls. So we're going to need to look for either Micah or Jada Davis to either at least go to the top of the key and be able to find a spacing. And then once she's able to get the ball at the top of the key, then we're going to be able to maybe look for a backdoor cut or look to the wing. So I think the big thing is also trying to make sure that the ball is being passed. We don't want to hold the ball for too long because I think that's what the Pacers do so well is they're able to get their active hands on a stagnant ball. And that's why we haven't been able to get so many offensive rebounds or even defensive rebounds because we just get it and then it's slapped away and then the ball's on the ground and then it's a jump ball.
Well, there were several very good breaks by Union in this game. That's what Nick just said. Enid just got hands on him and knocked him out of bounds just because of good defense. As we begin the second half, Union's leading scorer, and it's not even close, is Whitney Smith. Whitney with 9 points. No one else is closer than 4. There are 4 points in there for Gator, also 4 in there for Micah Davis, and then 2 points in this game thus far for Jada Davis, and 2 points as well for Jasmine Herron. So Whitney Smith, who has a 3, had the first 4 of the game, has been kind of the offensive mix, if you will, for Union here tonight. Now, we saw that a lot last year, Nick, is you've got great players like the Davis twins and such, but we've had a lot of different leading scorers for this basketball team.
Yeah, and so right now I think we're just needing to not really go into those difficult shots. I think we need to kind of make and find those easier shots to kind of build that consistency or at least that confidence to be able to put that three ball up.
So we're underway, second half. Herron will take it first. She'll go to Gator and back out front to Herron. And for now, it looks like Enid more in that man-to-man. They'll go down inside to Davis. Nice little move inside. Up and in by Jada Davis. That gives her 4, and the lead extends.
Yeah, it's a lot easier to go up with a nice little put back in on those low blocks. Makes it a lot easier for those later shots.
Once again, trouble for Enid getting it down court, but they'll get it to Miller. Now to Solomon. She drives inside. Nice drive. Up and in. Got his foot ahead of Herron right there. And she evens the score, at least in the second half. It's now 28-13. Whitney Smith looks at it. She's at that extended 3, though. Whitney will drive it a little. Davis will take that 3 and knocks it down. Jada Davis gives herself 7, and she has 5 already in this second half. 31-13 Union.
That's a way to start the half.
Solomon inside to Miller, and that ball went off of... Yeah, I thought so. It looked for a minute like they were going to give that to Enid. Instead, it went straight through and off of the, I think, Miller, and so it will be Union's basketball. Jasmine. Whitney from 3. Oh, just a little bit off. Rebound is going to come off the back. Good attempt by Davis, but she was not able to get it. Miller brings it in, and here comes Solomon.
It looked like Jada Davis was going to time that rebound perfectly. Love that cut, though.
Solomon to Miller. Miller dribbles inside. She'll put it up. Won't go. Miller got her own rebound, though. Boy, she's battling in there. Right now, if it weren't for Miller and Solomon, no telling what Enid would be doing. Odom quickly back to Yates. Solomon and again to Miller. Miller kind of pushed outside. She'll stop and shoot. That one doesn't touch anything. Davis gets it back in. Now they're going to toss it way down court. It is recovered by Jasmine Herron. She'll take the three. Off the rim, no good. Whitney Smith, though, with the rebound. Whitney will take the three from the other side. That's no good. And Davis over the back will be called for the foul. Jada Davis went over the back, and she did. It was just going to depend on whether or not she made the contact. She did, and it will be Enid's basketball.
I wonder if Coach Barry is going to notice this trend. When a shot is going up for Union, there's not very many players for Union cutting to the rim. It seems like wherever they're at, wherever they're located, they're just going to stand there, and we're going to see if that's going to be a rebound.
Yates goes back out front to Solomon. Right, and if coach notices that, that'll come to an end, because if you don't crash the board, you're going to sit.
Even if you have a player in front of you, you can still try to fight to get around it, but it seems very stagnant, not moving.
Try to get the ball inside for a decent shot. They finally got it to Yates, and she just put it up short. Rebound to Davis, and here she comes out. Gator will get it across mid-floor. Almost lost it. Got it left side to Herron. And now another three-point attempt, and that one will be off the back of the rim for Jada Davis. And here comes Enid. Solomon looks like she wants to go all the way. She does underneath and gets it to go down. What an excellent move right in there by Armaniana Solomon. Boy, she is the offense right now. Herron quickly back down for Union. Davis to Whitney Smith. Back to Herron, and now once again to Davis, this time Micah. Whitney Smith, nice little move, gets it inside. Oh, he cannot get it to go, and Miller with the rebound. Annabelle Miller will pass it back to Solomon, and here come the Pacers.
That was a good move. A little bit of stutter step right there at the top of the key. Got a nice shot.
Chrisup just looks like she doesn't want to take a shot. Solomon doesn't look like she'll mind. Break by Miller. Can they get the ball to her? And that's a fight inside. Miller will turn, knocks it up, and it's no good. It's taken out of there by Micah Davis. Jada Davis, I think, got one to the elbow or to the wrist. Instead, here will come Davis. Micah puts it up. She misses. Union with the rebound. Gator can't get it to go. And I think a jump ball is going to be called, and yes, it will. And we will have another 5 check in for Union, but boy, that was another kind of a helter-skelter 90 seconds, Nick.
Yeah, it seemed like we had a pretty good start with how well we were able to come out from the half, but right now, I don't think Coach Barry liked what he was seeing towards the end of that.
Richardson checks in. Edwards checks in. Lomack checks in. Daniels and McSwain. All the way down, up and in once again for Solomon.
Speed.
Solomon now with 9 points for Union, or pardon me, for Enid, and the score is 31-17. Red Hawks in no trouble as far as the lead, but right now Enid has got the better part of this basketball game. Solomon is the only one out there right now for Enid who just looks confident. Going to have a foul call underneath.
Maybe I thought it was a jump ball for a second, but they did call a foul on Richardson.
And they did, and so it will be Enid's basketball taken out of bounds by Yates.
I think how they go through the arm of the pacer. That's why they go to the ball.
Solomon and Miller have combined for 16 of Enid's 17. Minus those two, there has not been much, and Miller's going to have to go take a seat.
Yeah, I might got something on her lip maybe.
Yeah, I think a little blood, and once they have a little blood, they're going to make you go have a seat until you can get that to stop.
They're not substituting.
And here
referee's having a conversation saying we gotta have a fifth.
Union's training staff came down to see if they could help. Miller will come back on. She'll be allowed back. The officials, though, will keep an eye on that. 3:28 to go in this third period, 31-17. Enid will inbounds it to Miller. Quickly, it goes back to Yates, and she'll bring it across, but she won't have it long. And Solomon will reset the offense. Miller's just in a battle in there, and that time it's with Edwards, who easily matches her when it comes to, I'll push you around a little bit. We're going to find, that's going to be a war right there. Watch those two. And here we go again. Miller wants to give the ball up. She does to Solomon. Nice little inside Euro step. got the ball up and got fouled. And again, give credit to Solomon and Miller. They are keeping the Pacers anywhere in this game.
It was a little bit, it was tough there. If the hand was staying up and there was no body contact, that might have been a good defensive set. But I think because Solomon went through our defender, caused a little bit of contact, that's why she's shooting.
Lomack with her third foul, by the way. No shot, no good, that is, on the first shot there for Solomon. Her second shot is well short, and it will be Union's basketball. So Solomon failed on both after getting the foul call, and Union will see if they can get a little offense going. Richardson inbounds the ball. And here comes Demira Daniels. Lomack. They'll go to McSwain and see if they can set this thing up.
It's back to zone defense, see how we're going to attack it.
And that zone is really what flummoxed this second group, if you will. They
100%.
did not do a very good job of attacking that, and you will not as long as you're passing around the perimeter.
Yeah, they'll let you play around the top of the perimeter as much as you want. But
McSwain at least did move it and got it down inside. Three-point attempt is up and good by Lomack. Lomack.
That was all caused by McSwain. She brought the low defender out to guard her, and then the three ball in the corner wing was perfect.
And that's the second three for Lomack. Union quickly with a rebound, and here we come again. Lomack on the move, down to McSwain. McSwain goes top of the key. That ball from three is off the back of the rim by Daniels. Nice job in there to regather that in by Edwards, but she misses the little short ball, and Enid will have it back.
That's great. Getting an offensive rebound is big for Edwards.
Little harassment in there as Solomon got it across, but Daniels is not going to leave her alone. Solomon inside, goes to the corner. Now they're going to go underneath the Miller, and it's thrown away. Richardson with the steal. Here comes Lomack. Tosses off to McSwain. Oh, they can't get it to go, but the foul is called. Nice little last-second pass by Lomack. You could see she knew she had her. Wasn't sure if she would go to her. She decided to make the pass, and McSwain will go to the line.
Yeah, the pass seemed like it was pretty hot, too. It was a pretty fiery pass straight to her, so I didn't know if McSwain was going to be able to handle it and also go up at the same time, but 2 free throws.
McSwain is scoreless, and she remains that way. As Union will check in Highshaw. Sitting down will be Richardson, who's had a pretty good few minutes here, Nick.
And with Highshaw checking in, being able to be one of the taller girls out there, hope she's going to be able to get some offensive rebounds.
McSwain misses the second one as well, and so Coach Barry, I'm sure, will chew on free throw shooting as well. Nice job by McSwain. She rolls in, picks the thing off, and then has it swatted out of bounds. Oh, give credit right there to Addie Yates. Yates said, no, this will not be easy, and flew in from behind with no foul and swatted that ball away. Union's ball out of bounds. Quickly inbounds, and another three attempt coming. Nope, this one will go off the back of the rim for Lomack. Rebounded, though, by Union.
There we go, Highshaw.
Back down inside. Highshaw's going to have to really get after it. She pulls away from Miller and ends up on the floor, but they're going to call that a jump ball. And it will be possession Redhawks.
Good to see a smile on Highshaw's face, but still going to be a jump ball, possession arrow Union.
Well, and if you think for a second that those two, she and Miller, aren't going to have a battle, they are. Quick inbounds pass. Once again, McSwain to the hole, and she's fouled.
I think McSwain is frustrated with how she hasn't been successful in scoring tonight, so really going to need to earn at the free throw line.
Addie Yates is the person they'll call the foul on. That'll be her second, and McSwain, who was just here and missed a couple, will have another shot. There she goes. McSwain knocks down her first point of the night. Minute 12 to go, third period. 35-17 Redhawks. Game not necessarily in question. You're just looking for that clean play. Second shot is as good as the first, and McSwain has two. Those two looked as awkward as the first two looked, Nick.
Yeah. Ooh, quick whistle on Daniels.
And Daniels kind of bodied over there on the out-of-bounds line as Solomon was trying to get it up. So they will call that on Demira, and that will be her first foul. Inbounds to Solomon. If she picks up the dribble there, she's in trouble, but she did not. Odom wants out of this. She'll go back to Miller. Way out front again is Solomon, who's going to drive the basketball. Gets it inside, throws it up, and it's no good.
Charge.
They call the charge. And who else takes that charge? Isabella McSwain. McSwain's the one on the ground, and you got to give her credit. That was a full tilt boogie charge, and she took it right square in the shoulders.
It seemed like for that charge, Solomon was going way too fast, and I thought that was going to be a foul on a shooting foul, but McSwain slid in there.
So 38 seconds to go, Union with the basketball. The second group still trying to figure out that zone defense. They'll go down into the corner. Tried to get down kind of low, but Edwards could not get the pass off. Now she's trapped. Edwards loses it. Ball's going to come out to Yates. Here comes Enid.
Picked up the dribble in the low wing.
In the middle to Miller. Back to Solomon. Nowhere to go, cut off. Solomon will now turn and knocks one down. Solomon now with 11 points for Enid, and it's 36-19.
I'll go quick here.
And the Red Hawks are going to have to hurry. They're not watching the clock. Now Isabella McSwain sees it, throws up the shot, and it's no good. So once again, a little bit less than you'd probably hope for in the end of that third period. Coach Barry will talk about it, and we'll come back with the fourth period in a moment. Union leading 36-19 here on the Union Sports Network. So we're here at the UMAC, that is the Union Multipurpose Activity Center on the campus of Union High School. This is the Union Sports Network. Rick Corey, Nick Irwin, Andy Irwin, the Union Sports Network crew here tonight as Union leads 36-19 over the Enid Pacers. That is the girls basketball team name. Of course, the boys are the Plainsmen. That game will come up right after hours. Nick, a fourth period that you want to see really good, clean play. The first five are going to be back out there. How long do you think they'll stay?
Well, it seems like for this 8 minutes, I would hope to see at least a good 6, because right now, Enid has limited Union to only 36 points. For most of this game, it seems like they've been hard-earned points. It's not really as easy as we want it to be. But this is going to be a quick foul there on Jada Davis. But the quick give and go on the defensive side, that's the #1 defense right out there right now. So got to make sure we're stepping up on the defensive side too.
And up to the line will be Annabelle Miller. She has been tremendous tonight for Enid. She has 7, looking to add to that. Between she and Solomon, they have 18 of the 19 for Enid.
Looks like Coach Davis is having a conversation with Micah Davis. Sorry, Coach Barry is talking with Micah Davis.
And that was just strictly on the foul. It was just a little too much body. Just stay there, get your hands straight. Once they have already beaten you like that, there's no reason to give up the foul. Miller misses the first. She'll try the second. It'll go down easily, and Miller extends her number to 8 now.
Going quick.
Union quickly down court. Whitney Smith, great control of the basketball, pulled it back.
And now it's back to man.
Whitney tries to get it inside, cannot. It will go to Jada Davis. Quick move inside by Gator. Looked like she might go up. Gator stuck, and she's going to get tied up on the inside. That was Miller who tied her up. The possession arrow will be to Union. Jada Davis will step out. Cuts it inside. That goes down inside to Whitney Smith, and to Gator. And that is up and in. Gator with a really nice back cut. Good look as well. It's 38-20.
Way to finish even with the defender in her face.
6 points now for Gator. Solomon, wild shot won't go.
Good rebound.
Davis quickly down to her sister. Can she do it? Little left-hander. Nope, comes off the back. Union able to tip that ball around, but Miller comes out with it. Woods tries to get that ball out of there, does quickly. Miller now over to Solomon, and here comes Enid. They trail by 18. Solomon sees a spot. Closed out quickly, though, by Whitney Smith. Little catch right now between Miller and Solomon. Solomon with another shot attempt, and it goes wild off the backboard. Davis can't haul it in. Whitney can. She'll go down to Gator. Gator, nice little move. Left-hander, down. Beautiful move right there by Demoya Gator, and it's 40-20.
Last 2 points from Gator. Way to use the left hand, kind of scoop the ball a little bit to be able to isolate herself away from the defender.
Miller picks the ball up, wrong spot. It is intercepted and is down court. Here comes Heron. She misses it. Whitney Smith, though, with the pit, but she missed it. Oh, my. Union had 2 gimmies right there, missed them both, and here comes Enid. Solomon beats the defense, and she is fouled from behind. The question is going to be, who are they going to call? I think they might get Heron, and they will. That'll be the third personal foul, or the second personal foul on Heron. And to the line, once again, will go Solomon. She has been the little engine that could tonight. She just does not slow down, Nick.
It seems like her pace, she's the fastest girl on the court, and she's continuously beating our girls with her pace, even into this fourth quarter.
You know, she reminds me a little of McSwain. I'd love to see the two of them just matched up together a little bit. Misses the first, second shot, also off the rim, and it comes out of there to Jada Davis.
Backdoor pass.
Davis down underneath, and that ball is up and in. That is a tremendous pass to Jada Davis. You got to give great credit right there. Whitney and Gator and everybody else out front, that's good basketball, and it's 42-20. That's what you're looking for.
Yeah, that's the all smiles from everybody right there. I think that one bucket, even though Union's up 22 points, that's still a bucket that we can still celebrate and feel good about. And that's why in that moment, while that run was happening, you can kind of just see the passing lane open up, and the ball had to be quick enough, and Davis had to be fast enough to be able to put it up as well in transition. So really nice bucket there, but now 6 minutes left in this fourth quarter. Hopefully going to see maybe 3 more good minutes of this starting lineup, and then we'll maybe see our second rotation.
For Union tonight, Jada Davis with 9, Whitney Smith with 9, and Demoya Gator with 8. Gator's been one heck of an addition, and you know, I said she's listed here at 5'7". PA earlier said around 5'5", so I'm going to guess she's about 5'6". My point is, she plays bigger. She certainly does. When she's inside, she is competing for rebounds.
Yeah, when she's able to finish buckets at the net and she's able to get rebounds, it always makes herself look a little bit bigger, right? And so if she's able to have those kind of attributes in her game, maybe the numbers might be a little bit skewed just a tad.
Solomon inbounds it to Miller, but she's trapped. She gets it way out of there, and it's stolen.
Easy pickings.
Here comes Davis. Micah inside, lays it up and in, and it's 44-20. And boy, that trap is really starting to bother them now. Enid gets it up court. Solomon, far corner. Miller now. She'll go back out to Solomon once again. And if one of those two don't shoot, I don't know anybody else that will out there. Solomon flips it up. It is off the board, no good. Gator, rebound. Deep down court to Heron. Heron to the bucket and got it to go, and she's fouled. Addie Yates is not very happy with that call because her hands were straight up in the air, but it was the body contact, Nick, that did it.
Yeah, and it was so fast, and it was a great bump, and we able to go up all in one motion. Now shooting our free throw to go.
Give Heron credit, too, because she could have kind of shied away. She knew the contact was coming, and she did not. Hung in there and put up the nice shot. Let's see if she can complete the old-fashioned three-pointer. She does with ease.
Oh, a nice little student section today as well. Looks like it's jersey night tonight. Saw Adrian Peterson jersey like that.
5 points in there for Jasmine Heron. She might have seen that jersey as well. Let's see, get inside. There's Enid, pardon me, I'm laughing because of Maya Odom. Got the ball inside and just got steamrolled.
I think it's one of those.
I mean, just steamrolled. Micah Davis had no chance to stop. She just ran over her.
It was a bad boys Detroit Pistons foul right there down low.
I felt a little of that, yeah. I can imagine that might be the case. To the line, though, goes Maya Odom. Scoreless tonight. Let's see if she can get her first. Not there. Yeah, when's the last time Bill Lambier fouled somebody? Might have been yesterday or today, for all we know. Can you imagine him on the playgrounds? It'd be ugly.
It'd be really bad.
He'd come out there with bandages and everything and still whip you. Second shot still no good in there for Odom. Rebound out of there by Jada Davis. She'll get down the court to her sister, but they'll dribble it back out. Whitney Smith, ooh, she almost had a shot on the inside. She'll go to Gator. And Union will reset with 4:49 to go and a 47-20 lead. Whitney Smith cut off. Micah Davis well out front as well. Now she's going to drive. Gator, nope, nothing there for her. What great ball control for Gator. Whitney Smith's tired of this. She's going to put it up. She does, and she's fouled. You could really literally see Whitney say, enough, I'm going to the hole. She drew a foul on Collins, and she'll go to the line.
She drove right past her defender, Addie Yates, and Yates was left at the free throw line. So when she was going to the paint, at least, Whitney did a really good job to be able to gather and to go up.
Kalia Collins recovered and fouled her. First shot's off the back of the rim, and again, I think Coach Berry will certainly emphasize free throw shooting, and in a game like this, it's not going to hurt you, but there will be games later on where it's really necessary you don't leave these out there.
I even think leaving, about 10 points right now tonight on free throws would make the game just a little bit different.
Second shot goes, and that'll be 10 points now for Whitney Smith. She is the first to break into double figures for Union. Solomon has 11 on the other side for the Pacers. Solomon wants to go inside. That ball is tipped away, and it's stolen in there by Micah Davis. She'll go back to Whitney Smith, and here come the Redhawks. Got Heron on the left side. Let's see where she goes. Goes down inside, and Gator wide open inside. Great job by Whitney to look off a defender like a quarterback to the outside and find the inside person. That's 10 now for Gator.
Nice Gator, eyes up. Now
Gator once again. No-look pass to Whitney, and that goes in and good. That was a no-looker. She pulled a little Patrick Mahomes out of it right there. Didn't even take a glance that way and dropped it off in there. Whitney Smith now with 12.
Coach Berry taking a quick little timeout to substitute the starters, as the starters are going to be able to take a bench now with 3:42 left.
You said 3, you got almost 3.
Almost.
Are you happy with it?
We'll round down. Yes, very much happy with this rotation. Way to end it. I would love to see this intensity kind of in the first and second quarter, and honestly the cleanliness of the offensive and defensive side. But it's always nice to end the night on this, kind of end on a good note.
52-20. Let's see how this second group of 5 does. Enid's gone to some extra players as well. Woods is out there right now. That's Lily Nichols, who we haven't seen. So this is a second group out there for Enid as well, as they want to get some work. Yosa to the inside. Ball dribbled off the foot of Collins. Now back out to Woods. She'll go back inside to Collins, and that's going to be a foul called out there on Highshaw. Highshaw and Collins are fighting pretty good in there, and Highshaw's by far taller, but both young ladies will push you around a little bit, and they had a pretty good physical match going right there. Inbound is not good and stolen. Here comes McSwain. McSwain with her left hand. Spins back. Ball trapped on her hip a bit, but she got it back. Lomack looked like she was going to pass it, and the ball hit the rim. Goes right back to McSwain, and Union will bring it back again. Daniels puts up a wild left-hander, and it goes in. Oh, Demaria Daniels just kind of flipped that up there, and by golly, it went. 54-20. Nichols way out front. Collins. And Enid will move it around the perimeter with 2.5 to go. Bit of a drive and an attempt at a shot inside by Joseph, but that is blocked, by Highshaw. Quickly down court, easy bucket,
nice.
Up and in for Lomack. Nice pass ahead by Highshaw, and the lead extends to 56-20.
Lomack, being the only lefty on the team right now, was able to go down that left-hand side, get the pass at the low block, and finish with the left.
Joseph way out front. She'll get it to Nichols, and Nichols throws it away, trying to go back over to Woods. Inbound coming from Lomack. She'll go to McSwain, and McSwain has, of course, played serious minutes, so this will be no big deal for her. Union wants to check in Richardson here as well. She is at the table. Pass left side to McSwain. Picked up that dribble a little bit early, but got it back out front. Now back to McSwain, and she's going to take the three. It looks good from here, but it's going to go off the rim. Nice rebound down inside there by Collins. She had Highshaw on her back, but was able to hold on. Joseph way out front now for Enid with 1.5 minutes to go. Nichols will get rid of it pretty quickly to Woods. Woods wants to go underneath, and that is again, sorry for the laugh, but there was a little WWE going on right there. They tried to get that ball inside to Collins, and as soon as Collins got it, heard the other number 33, Highshaw, just steamrolled her from behind, and both of them went to the ground. They're both fine, and I'm glad about that, but you could see that one coming, Nick, because she had a full head of steam, and when that ball got there, she wasn't going to be able to stop.
Yeah, and as Highshaw takes a seat on the bench, and that's probably it for her night, but just a learning moment in all those fouls that she had in this fourth quarter is it seems we don't have to overcommit to a foul. We can take the risk out of things and not have to foul, be able to stay straight up and stay clean.
Collins will miss the first shot. Good clean spin, but a little short. She'll have one more opportunity. She is on the board with 1 point. See if she can add to it. That one looks a little better, and it will roll in. It will be point number 2. 1:12 to go, and Union will bring it quickly down court. Daniels. Lomack gets it underneath, and that is McSwain. Now back to Lomack, and she will take the shot and knocks it down from 3. Lomack. That is 11 points for her right now, and 9 of those came on threes. Enid will try to get at least one more good shot. It is stolen. McSwain gets it way ahead, and that is laid up and missed by Lomack. She had to use that right hand and missed it. The net was also up and popped. I don't think that had anything to do with anything, but it was. Joseph will dribble around out front, and Nichols. See if she can use the last 30 seconds, but trapped in the corner is Collins. That ball is stolen once again. Edwards gets it ahead to McSwain. And Isabella will bring it way back out front with 16 seconds to go and likely just hold on to it and not do a thing unless he jacks one up from way outside. Would expect she'll just hold the ball. And that's exactly what's going to happen. McSwain will take one more step, and that'll be that. So that's going to end the basketball game, and Union wins it by a score of 59-21. 11 points for Lomack, 10 points for Gator, 12 points for Whitney Smith, 9 points for Jada Davis. Just a really good showing across the board. First 5, I thought Nick played really well. Second 5 had moments, but there are some teachable things here.
Yeah, and it seemed like in that fourth quarter, both the first team and the second team really was able to step up and have a more clean game compared to our start. So started not so great, finished much better than we did.
All right, 59-21, Union wins. We're going to step aside for a few minutes. We'll be back in just a few minutes for the boys' game, Union and Enid, here on the Union Sports Network.